Hello, how are you? I'm Olivia, and I'm a singer and a voice teacher. And I just finished The Artist's Way, if you can believe. 12 weeks of reading the chapter, doing all the tasks along with it, and doing my morning pages, my artist dates. And so in this video, I'm just going to talk about week 12, kind of what's in the chapter, how it went for me, and then talk about just my overall reflections about the whole process. Week 12 is called Recovering a Sense of Faith. And she says, in this final week, we acknowledge the inherently mysterious spiritual part of creativity. We address the fact that creativity requires receptivity and profound trust, capacities we have developed through our work in the course. We set our creative aims and take a special look at last-minute sabotage. We renew our commitment to the use of the tools. So the first section is called Trusting, and she says that creativity requires faith, and that faith requires relinquishing control, which is frightening. I definitely relate to that. I think that I do try to overly control things in my mind, but it is difficult to kind of know when to let go and when you feel like you have to move the needle forward. So some of that is still a little jumbled in my mind. Like, what does it mean to continue and to seek and to make things happen? And what does it mean to let go and just let things happen? Because you can't just do nothing. Or maybe you can. I don't know. There's a quote in there by Joseph Campbell that says, "Follow your bliss and doors will open where there were no doors before." And I'm hoping that that happens for me. I'm waiting for that to happen for me for sure. And the other thing that she wrote that was interesting to me was that she says, "It is the inner commitment to be true to ourselves and follow our dreams that triggers the support of the universe." So basically what that quote says. So I think that, not living in that state of fear or in that state of insecurity that I've been in, but internally staying committed to moving the needle forward will hopefully help me to act in ways that allow the right doors to open for me, whether or not they were there before or not. So I'm working on that. The next section is called Mystery, and she's basically talking about how sometimes you have to wait for ideas. So instead of churning, or I picture that as kind of like the hustle in a way, or instead of forcing things to happen, we have to work with the creative process. You have to give yourself space. You have to give yourself time. The idea needs to rise. Don't open the oven too quickly. So you don't want to force something that isn't ready yet. But it's again, I feel like it's a little hard to know. I mean, I guess you have to just trust your inner guide, trust yourself to know okay, I think now's the time to move forward with this, or to put this out, or to start with this thing. Because sometimes, you have your insecurity, or you have this other part of your brain telling you no, don't do that. That's scary, or whatever. So it's you have to really learn to listen to your guide in order to know when the time is right. And that's the thing that I struggle with the most. What part of my brain is actually telling me the truth? What part is just anxiety, and what part is oh, that's really what's going to help me move forward. The next section is called The Imagination at Play. And basically she's talking about using your creativity in hobbies and not necessarily your art. And I think that I have really embraced that throughout these last 12 weeks. I've been into journaling. I've been into reading. I've been into running. I think that I've taken some dance classes and stuff like that. So there are things that I have tried, and I think that I'm definitely open to being a beginner in a bigger way in my life, and excited about being a beginner and trying new things in sort of a hobby way. She says life is meant to be an artist date. Yeah, life should be fun. I think that's true. The last section is called Escape Velocity, and she talks about how tests will come to you. When you are ready to move forward, that's sometimes the time when the universe kind of gives you a little actually you could go back into your safe space. And she talks about kind of protecting your art or protecting yourself by keeping certain things to yourself and not like talking to everyone about everything all the time. Then in the tasks, she asks you to think about any resistance or anger or fears that you have going forward from here. And I think that I still have a lot of insecurity. I don't think that this process got rid of all of my insecurity or something, but I do feel like I can recognize it a little bit more and maybe say like, okay, that's what that is. And I think that that's really what I'm taking away from this is a little bit more awareness. And I really want to kind of just go back through and maybe do like grab little snippets from each chapter and maybe put those somewhere where I can see them all the time to remind myself. But I think reminding myself every day that if something comes up for me, pit in my stomach or anger or resentment or jealousy or sadness, like just to listen to that a little bit more and say like, what is that telling me? Rather than just trying to push it away, trying to learn more from the feelings that I have and work through them rather than just like living in that. The other thing she asks you to look at are areas of procrastination. And I'm the queen of procrastination. I'm so good at it. And, it all comes from fear. I think it all comes from insecurity and fear. So I really want to work on that, taking little steps forward all the time with the things that I'm scared of. So I think I do. I need to just check in with my fears all the time and call them fears and name them fears, because I think that sometimes I'm like, oh, that's what's wrong with me. Like it's kind of like I feel fear or I feel this pit in my stomach and then I get mad at myself for feeling it. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to feel the fear, learn what that means, and move through it, move forward. It's not rooted in reality necessarily, and trust myself. I think self-trust is the thing that I most need to work on. I've continued to do my morning pages. I'm really loving that. I'm definitely committed to continuing to do those. And I did do an artist date. I went to a stationery fest here in San Francisco. That was really fun. I bought a bunch of stickers and stuff, which was very fun. So yeah, like I would say overall, like I would do this again. I think that reading this book again, like a couple years after I did it the first time, I think I did it in 2024. So 2024 and then 2026, there was stuff in this book like I don't remember at all. Like things that I'm like, yeah, oh wow, that really resonates with me. And I think that this, doing it every few years or, something can be really helpful, a good reminder. Like I said, I want to go back and just take little snippets, like the most important things, and put them places that I can see all the time. Because if I don't, I won't remember. But I think that this is a really valuable process. I think the morning pages are great. And I think the artist date, I'm definitely going to try to stick to that as well. I do feel different. I do feel like I'm more open, more receptive to art. And I think I'm in the sense that I don't push it away as much because of my fear, because of my insecurity about myself. So I think that I can recognize a little bit more now what those feelings actually are and can work through them a little bit more. But I would recommend this to you. I would recommend The Artist's Way to anyone. I think creativity is, just part of being a human being. I don't think it has to be like I'm an artist necessarily to get something out of The Artist's Way. I think that it's definitely a way to get more in touch with your feelings and get more in touch with where you're going. I do feel different. And I really hope that this practice of journaling every morning and taking myself more seriously, taking play more seriously and having fun more seriously. So thanks a lot for following along with me. This has been a really great way for me to stay accountable doing these videos. and really nice for me to be able to share in this way and kind of process out loud what this has been for me. So I appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.